3 cash offers a week. That is what the average homeowner over 65 gets right now. Postcards, letters, knocks on the door, robocalls. 3 a week, sometimes more. And if you have ever wondered how on earth those people found your parents, I'm about to tell you, because I used to be the guy buying the lists. I'm Ryan. I spent 8 years on the other side of this. I bought houses from the families in crisis. I sent the letters. I made the calls. I knew the lists better than I knew my own neighbors. Now I help families protect themselves from the exact playbook I used to use. I am a licensed realtor in North Carolina. I am not an attorney and not a financial advisor. This is what I have seen, not legal advice. What is legal in one state is restricted in another. State laws around wholesaling are changing fast, and I will get to that in a minute. There are 3 main ways your parent ended up on a cash buyer list, and you have probably never heard any of them. Source number 1, county tax records. Every county in the country publishes property tax data. Owner name, property address, mailing address, year purchased, assessed value, all of it. Public, free. List brokers pull that data every month and run it against age data they buy from somewhere else. If your parent has owned the house 20 years and they are over 60, congratulations. They are on a list called long-term senior owner. That list sells for around 3 to 7 cents per record in batches of 10,000 or so at a time. Source number 2, obituary scrapers. This one is the one that should make you angry. There are services that scrape every obituary published in every newspaper in the country every single day. Within 48 hours of a funeral notice going public, the surviving spouse's address is on a recently widowed homeowner list. That list sells for more, anywhere from 25 to 55 cents per record, because the conversion rate is higher. I was offered that list. I never bought it. A lot of investors do. Source number 3, absentee owner lists. If your parent owns a second home, or if they moved into assisted living and the property is now sitting in their name with a different mailing address, there's a list called absentee owner with equity. That one is pure gold to a wholesaler because the owner is often distracted, the house may be empty, and they may be motivated to just be done with it. I paid around $400 a month for 3 counties worth of those lists. 3 counties, that's it. And I was a small operator. The big guys spend $10,000, $20,000 a month on data. Okay, so now they have the list. Here's what they do. They run a mail campaign. The first letter looks handwritten, yellow paper, blue ink. Sometimes the envelope is hand addressed. Sometimes a robot does it with a fake handwriting font. The message is always the same. I'm a local investor. I'm interested in your house. I will pay cash, no repairs, no commissions, quick close. Sometimes there's a sob story. Sometimes there's a fake first name like Mike from down the street. It is a script. I had 3 of them on file. If the letter does not get a response, they switch to a postcard, then to a phone call, then to a knock on the door. The most aggressive ones drive the neighborhood and start writing down house numbers of any property that looks dated. The whole thing is a funnel. They send 10,000 letters and they expect maybe 20 to 50 calls back. They expect maybe 5 to 10 of those calls to turn into a contract. They expect maybe 2 of those contracts to actually close. That is the math. 2 closings out of 10,000 letters. So every closing has to make them at least $10,000 or $15,000 in profit just to pay for the marketing and have anything left over. That profit comes out of your parents' equity, not out of thin air, out of what your parents' house is actually worth. Why seniors are the target. 5 reasons real quick. 1, equity. People over 65 have, on average, the most home equity of any age group in the country. Decades of mortgage payments. A paid-off house is the bullseye on the back of the postcard. Number 2, decision fatigue. A senior dealing with health issues or a recent loss is exhausted. They want easy. Cash buyers sell easy. 3, trust of strangers who sound friendly. Older generations were raised in an era when a knock on the door was probably a neighbor. That instinct does not protect them anymore. Number 4, isolation. A senior who lives alone, whose adult kids are out of state, has nobody to bounce a decision off of. The wholesaler becomes the friendly voice they talk to. Number 5, the clock. Wholesalers know that a senior in a health event has a window of urgency and they press it. The good news is states are starting to fight back. Ohio, Oklahoma, Illinois, and a bunch of others have passed laws in the last 2 years that require wholesalers to either be licensed real estate agents or to disclose in writing that they are not the actual buyer. Some states are requiring cooling off periods where the seller can back out within 72 hours. Some states are banning the assignment clause altogether for residential transactions. Every state is different. Ohio went one direction, Texas went another. If your parent gets a contract, look up your state's wholesaling laws before anybody signs. I am a realtor in North Carolina. My license number is in the description, but I am not an attorney and I cannot give you legal advice on what is enforceable in your parent's state. Talk to a real estate attorney in their state. 45 minutes of attorney time can save $50,000. If your parent is getting these letters, here's the move. 1. Do not sign anything, ever, under any circumstance, on the first conversation. I do not care how nice the person sounds. I do not care what they're offering. The answer to, can I bring you some paperwork over today, is no. Send it through email and I will have someone look at it. That sentence buys you a week. 2. Get a real comp, a real comparable, not Zillow, a real one. Call the realtor in the area, tell them you want a market analysis, not to list yet. Most of us will do it for free in 30 minutes. You need to know what the house is actually worth before anybody offers a number. 3. Understand the 5 real exit strategies. A cash sale to a wholesaler is one option, and is almost always the worst one. There's also a traditional listing, a pre-listing prep, a subject to deal, an owner finance agreement, and a lease option. Each one has trade-offs. Each one fits a different family. I cover all 5 inside the Senior Transition Blueprint. The link is in the description. 4. Stop opening the mail one at a time. Have your parent set the cash offer letters aside in one envelope and let you go through them once a week. The pressure goes away when nobody opens them right away. 5. If somebody is at the door right now, you're allowed to say no. We are not interested. Please do not come back. Thank you. Close the door. That is it. You owe them nothing. I switched sides for a reason. The other side was easy money, and I could not look at myself in the mirror about it any longer. I do not get paid when your parent says no to a wholesaler. I am telling you this because somebody told me near the end of my time in that world that I was on the wrong team. They were right. The free starter guide is in the description. It walks you through the warning signs. It is free. The blueprint covers the 5 exit strategies in full. Senior Safe, the app I built so families can keep all of this organized, is live right now as a web app, and the first 2 weeks of premium are free for everybody. Share this with anybody whose parents are over 65 and own their home. Your share is the only thing standing between a family and a $50,000 mistake. I will see you in the next one.